What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's having a great day today. Today we are going to be, like I said in the previous video, we're going to start prepping this car for everything that's coming. Today we are going to be working on removing the 5-inch intercooler that I have and installing the 7.5 one. I currently have a BMS 5-inch intercooler and I'm swapping it for the BMS 7.5. So it is way bigger than the 5-inch. I'll show you guys, but first things first, we're gonna start removing the bumper and then we're just gonna go from there. I already have the car on jack stands, so to remove the bumper I'm gonna be removing the bolts that are here and here. The previous owner put some self-tap screws, not sure why, but he did. And then he put one up there. So once we remove that, to get the inner fender, I guess, just push down a little bit just to get to the 2 bolts that are holding the bumper to the actual fender. And then the same thing on the other side. Alright guys, so pretty much the bumper's loose from here already and the other side. Now I'm just gonna pop the hood and undo the 4 screws that are on top. So we're gonna be removing this bolt, this one, that one, and that one. It is a T30 torque socket. Okay guys, so everything's pretty much removed. Now the only thing we need to do is undo all these 8mm bolts that are being held up by this under tray, and then the bumper should come off. Alright guys, so time to remove the intercooler and then start cutting. But I think for now I'm just gonna cut pretty much straight down from here and then just go from there. I am gonna have to remove this ambient temperature and relocate it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. But before I do all that, I'm gonna start removing the intercooler because this is gonna get in the way, because I do have to cut all of this right here. So yeah, let me go ahead and start removing the intercooler and we'll go from there. Okay guys, so the intercooler is out. So you can see we have all the space now. What I am gonna have to do now is cut all of that, and literally all this right here. So I am gonna be relocating this ambient temperature. Not sure where. I'll probably figure it out. I'll probably make a hole somewhere here and just mount it there. But yeah, I'm gonna remove that, start cutting all that up, and then start just test fitting the intercooler. But I'll show you guys the difference between this and the 7.5 once I get all this done, and I'll put them side to side so you guys can see the difference. So I took off the ambient temperature sensor. Just gonna pry those 2 tabs apart and then it should come off. Alright guys, so update. That piece is off, that piece is off, a bunch of little pieces are off, and this is how we're looking. So I'm pretty much up to here. I am gonna try to go possibly right here. I haven't test fit the intercooler yet, but I do want to go there just to get enough clearance. So far it's coming out good. It's just it's taking a while, so it's just having patience, but I'll get back to you guys once I reach that section there eventually. So we were able to get to that edge. I'm hoping that that's enough, because I'm honestly tired of cutting all these little pieces. But before we test fit the intercooler, I am going to be cutting this pipe, because the race intercooler comes with its own coupler for this piece, so you can't really remove that easily. So I am gonna have to cut that clamp right there that you guys see, this one right here. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way how to get in there, chop that off, pull this down, and then we can test fit the intercooler, and hopefully everything is good. So I'm gonna go ahead, cut that, and then see how it goes. So there it is, guys. This piece is already off. What I did is I got the Dremel. I literally just cut a little slit on this edge right here, and with the screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, put it under here, and then just prying it off, and it'll just come off. So now it's time to test fit the intercooler and see how it sits. I am also going to be replacing the lower charge pipe with the 3-inch one to match the BMS charge pipe. So this is the 5-inch intercooler, and this is the 7.5. So this is rated for about, I believe, 500, but since we're getting upgraded turbos, I am planning on passing 500, so we're not gonna need that. That's why we're going with the 7.5. The 5-inch fits directly with no cutting or anything like that, which for this one, as you can tell, it's way, like, it's higher. I mean, just look at the difference. Like, this thing is massive. So this front part is what's gonna sit right here where we cut all that, because this would hit all that plastic trim if it was still in the way. So we're gonna go ahead, put this on the jack it up to the car, test fit it, and see how it fits. Hopefully I made enough clearance for this to fit. Pretty much test fitted. The bolts aren't on, but they're already up to where you just screw on the bolt to hold the intercooler. I did have to trim some more. I had to trim this piece right there a little bit more just to get more clearance, but now everything seems to be good. Everything lines up. We got good clearance here, good clearance there. So before we start installing that, I do have to start removing the J-pipe. We're gonna be removing this coupler, both clamps. The bottom is already done, so once I undo that, we should just be able to pull it out. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Alright, so there's the lower charge pipe with the coupler removed. So here's the 3-inch J-pipe BMS, the couplers, clamps. So you can tell already the difference. Like, this is way smaller, and you can tell it has like these little pinches here, right here, and this is just overall better. It's all bigger. So we're gonna go ahead, install that, and then work our way to the intercooler, and then hopefully everything fits good. All right guys, so the coupler to the charge pipe is on. It's not tightened yet. It is a very tight fit. Like, everything just fits on so perfect. I am about to put the J pipe here leading down. Okay guys, a quick update. Not recording this whole thing because my camera is almost dying, so I'm trying to conserve the battery. But I tightened this so that the coupler wouldn't move around. I got the J pipe on. I just slid it on, pushed it in as much as I could, and pretty much went to the bottom. Let me show you. Went to the bottom, pretty much lined it up. I think I'm gonna put the coupler right now with the clamp. That way I can adjust it to where I can actually tighten it, because it's gonna be a pain trying to tighten it from here, and then try to mount this on there and see how everything fits. But so far everything is going good. So now that the J pipe is in, the coupler is on, I am gonna tighten that right there before I put the intercooler, and hopefully it sits right. But it seems like it's at a pretty good angle. So let me go ahead, tighten that up, and then let's start mounting up this intercooler. So the coupler is on, the clamp is on, they're not tight. So I'm gonna start lifting it up, start guiding it, putting it to where it has to be. So the intercooler is pretty much up to place. Like, I can't go any higher. All the couplers are on. I just got to tighten those clamps. I got to tighten this clamp to the intercooler. All right guys, so finally everything is done. The 3-inch J pipe is on, couplers are on, clamps are tight up here. These clamps and couplers are tight. Intercooler is mounted, everything is tight. Both clamps right there are tight. So this thing is solid, it's not going nowhere. As for the ambient temperature, all I did was pretty much drill a hole and put it through and put a zip tie at the end of it so it doesn't move. So now it's sturdy and it won't go nowhere. And I just like put the wiring just in the same spot. So now that's it, we are finally done. I am gonna put the bumper on right now, put the stencil so I can spray paint it real quick. That way I can finish already, because I'm honestly really tired and the sun is like right over my head, so it's burning. I put the bumper on, set up the stencil how I wanted it. It should be right in the center right here. So it's pretty much a sticker. You just, you know, stick it on to your intercooler. I did rip the back part of it to cover that side, the bottom, and that side of the intercooler so it doesn't get no overspray. Alright guys, so I did about 2.5 light coats. Just gonna let it sit. Once that dries, I'm gonna remove the sticker, put the bumper back on, put the undershroud back on, and then I'll show you guys once I drop the car. Alright guys, I already cleaned up everything. Car is down. Looks good. This time the BMS looks better because I actually centered it right this time. But yeah guys, I mean, it's nothing different, it looks the same, just the intercooler size is way bigger, as you guys saw. I hope this video helped you guys. how to install your 7.5. I'm pretty sure you install it the same if it was a VRSF or a ARM 7.5 intercooler. It's just the couplers and the pipings. I guess it's their brand. This was BMS 7.5 with the BMS couplers, the BMS 3-inch piping, or the BMS 3-inch J pipe. So yeah guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for the video. I hope this video helped you guys out on how to install it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you haven't already. There's more content coming. There's more things that we gotta install for this car, because we're trying to push more boost and we're trying to make some more power. So we gotta make sure we have the right things that can hold the power. But yeah guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.